At the time of recording this video, I have 165 platinum trophies, and one of those is... Hello, Trophy Hunters. Welcome to Platinum Perspective. My name's Leo, I Platinum Games and give you the lowdown. Was it worth it? Was it fun? Or was it a pure pain in the arse? Make sure to stay to the end of the video, guys. I'll give you some tips and tricks to make your life easier. The game has 50 trophies, including the Platinum, and took me 61 hours to complete. First order of business with any game I start is to finish the campaign. This one doesn't take long, and there's no campaign difficulty trophies, so you can just stick that bugger on easy. Each level has a couple collectibles you'll need for a trophy. Just follow Papic's guide and you'll be fine. They're not hard to miss. One trophy that really pissed me off was having to mark every enemy type. Every new encounter I had to remember to mark goddamn enemies. It's so annoying when you can't just enjoy the game. But don't worry, I have some tips at the end for you so you can avoid the same annoyance I did with this bloody trophy. Turn of War is multiplayer mode, has you fighting team against team, and the trophies are very simple and easy, so nothing to worry about here. There's one trophy that you might worry about for killing 5 enemies without dying, but honestly, don't worry about it, you'll get it without realizing. The final section I tackled was Operations mode. Now this is where you'll spend most of your time, playing the same mission over and over until you're an absolute god. Each of the missions and operations has a trophy attached to it. So complete each stage while grabbing the rest of the collectibles and you're done with all the easy stuff. Oh, and don't forget to keep marking those f***ing enemies. Now for the trophies that will prevent most people from getting the platinum. Reach max level for your chosen character, melee weapon and ranged weapon. Killing any amount of enemies yields just 10 XP extra when you finish a mission. So it's absolutely pointless to kill anything. Instead, the best way to level up is to skip as many enemies as possible and finish the level faster than you can say wham bam thank you ma'am. There's one trophy for completing a level in Operations mode on Ruthless difficulty. This may seem impossible at first because of how crap the leveling system is, so I'd recommend leaving it until you're max level with good perks and gun upgrades. To level your gun to the next tier, you first need to acquire upgrades that are collected throughout the levels. You can grab yourself 2 per run, but you must finish the level in order to keep them. And now that we've got all that out of the way, we can spend the next few hours grinding out 41,000 kills. This is one of those trophies that you'll never get naturally. For anyone who hates grinding, look away now, hide your kids and hide your wives. And that's the platinum for Warhammer Space Marine 2. Before we go to the conclusion, I'll give you some tips and tricks. Tip number 1, play with friends if you can. Now you will need a team for this one, it's very much a multiplayer experience. Playing with randoms is fine, but you're going to have a much better time playing with friends in a party chat. I was lucky enough to play with 2 of my brothers, and it made for a much better experience. Unfortunately, they both gave up on the platinum after about 30 hours of playing, and I don't really blame them. Tip number 2. Speedrun missions 1 and 2 for the best XP and avoid unnecessary battles. Mission 2 of Operations mode only has 2 parts where you're forced to fight. The rest of the enemies you can just roll past, and there's a guaranteed weapon upgrade at the end for killing the boss. Tip number 3. Don't stress about marking enemies. You might have trophy anxiety if you think you're going to miss an enemy if you don't keep marking. But don't worry, what you need to do instead is focus on marking every boss and mini-boss. Then you can just casually mark other enemies while you're playing, and you'll get the trophy. Tip number 4, easy 41,000 kills. Again on mission 2, using the heavy class and this gun, about halfway through the level you have to fight a horde. Once the horde finishes, you'll be prompted to blow up the bridge. Don't. Instead, stand here, wait for the enemies to pile up and shoot the bottom row to make them fall. All the fallen enemies count towards the trophy. so you only need a few shots for hundreds of kills. After a while, you'll find they'll stop piling up. Just go over here and shoot this pile down. That'll reset them and you can go back to your grinding spot. In conclusion, you'll enjoy the first 10 to 15 hours, and casual players will have a really good time. But us hunters, no way. There's a good chance it'll be one of those games that'll be sat on your list forever unfinished, taunting you every time you think about it. On the Platinum Pleasure scale, it rates a 2, so don't expect a fun time. Let me know in the comments if you're one of the few people that actually got this Platinum. Or did you give up trying? Thank you for watching, make sure you're subscribed. Now, for my favourite part of any Platinum journey.